Mitchell Clark. Are you confused, stuck in a rut, or ready for change? Then register for my Do Something Different for a Change Personal Transformation Retreat in Denver on Saturday, June 17th. You'll receive life-transforming strategies and clarity about where you are, where you want to go, and what's holding you back. You'll leave feeling excited about doing something different and confident that you're moving in the right direction. Go to drpegradio.com and click on Retreat.
You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, the most positive business talk show in America. Best-selling authors of Lists That Saved My Business and founders of the Extreme Customer Service Directory, Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer, are inspiring you to get your business right. They know that customer experience isn't just another thing, it's the only thing. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Hello and welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel Tussey, Eric Raymer. Very nice to have you along with us today. We are here to remind you that small business is big business. Your business really is our business. And listener Dennis, you, my friend, you are looking good. Thanks for the shout out on our Facebook Live.
We already got a shout out on Facebook Live?
You know, he's been away. He went to Vegas. He didn't lose anything. He gained something. And now he's just ready to get back in the game.
Well, I love that. I love that. Hello to you, Dennis. Of course, Eric's referring to our Facebook Live video that kicks off every afternoon. So if you ever miss an episode of Experience Pros, you want to go back and see what our actual response was, facially wise, you can see that.
You know, right? There's some good humor in that.
There is some to be found.
Every so often you give me a disapproving look. I'm not sure what that's all about, but
yes, you do. Oh, yes, you do. Yes, you do. All right. So we need a hashtag kindness act of the day.
Hashtag kindness act of the day.
Yeah, I was saying to Eric, there's been a few fires here in the Denver local market. And I thought maybe our hashtag should be get a fire extinguisher.
Carry a fire extinguisher.
But that.
It's probably not as practical.
No, probably not.
No.
Probably not.
Although you may want to carry one anyways because your future's so bright it's hot.
Is it hot?
Yeah.
Hot.
Right? So, kindness act of the day.
I don't have one.
You don't have one?
I don't have one.
Reach out, or don't reach out. Say hello to a stranger.
Say hello to a stranger.
Yeah, look them in the eye and say, hi.
I'm just going to say smile at strangers. How about that?
Yeah, whatever. You don't have one, but you don't like mine. Kindness act of the day.
You know, it's baby steps. It's baby
Okay,
steps, right? Let's hold the door. Maybe smile. Let's hold the elevator open for them. How about this one?
Yep.
Look for cyclists before you make a right turn.
Absolutely.
I can't tell you. I was driving over here today and saw somebody make a right turn when the cyclist had the green little man or the white little man with the green little right, getting ready to go, and somebody just came along and did their right turn.
We just don't look. We're tuned into looking left, but we rarely look right, and I've been guilty of that.
Yeah.
as well.
So for bicyclists, keep your eye out for motorcycles, pedestrians.
All of that.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Okay.
That's a good one. Smile at them before you run them over.
Yes.
Right?
Well, if you make eye contact and you smile, then you're least likely to run over them.
Smile at pedestrians and cyclists.
Right? Yeah.
There you go.
All right.
Well, all right. And love this. Listener Gary gives us a little quote and says, there are no strangers, just friends that I haven't met. That's from Will Rogers. And Gary, thank you. We appreciate your contribution to the program. That is true. And that includes cyclists who are sitting on the right corner. Make sure that you smile at them. Here
is now, as we've tweaked this and modified the kindness act of the day.
You're going to do it again, aren't you?
Hashtag kindness act of the day. Smile at pedestrians, cyclists, and people in convertibles.
Oh. Sounds a little self-serving to me. But okay.
Smile at me when I drive by.
All right. Well, there you have it. Okie dokie. Well, we're grateful for you tuned in. We got a great show for you today. And you know, I don't even know what to say with all that. Do us a favor if you're watching the show, hit the share button, will you? Let other people know that there's something cool happening here on the Experience Pros Radio Show.
We would love that. Let's talk about creating long-term success.
Creating long-term success is important if you are wanting to get out of the transaction mindset. Right?
Yes.
The transaction mindset, well, every conversation on a long-term success has to begin with what's happening now. And great majority of small business owners have what we call this transaction mentality or the transaction mindset. And what it is they hang a shingle or put a sign out. They open up their door and they say, I'm open for business. And then somebody comes through. And then as soon as that transaction is over, they turn around and say, next. And they're constantly having to refill the hopper rather than leveraging the relationships. Give me an example. I had a conversation with somebody today, and it was kind of interesting. It was a telling conversation about somebody who probably would not be best served by our network, because what they're looking for, in fact, the words that they used is, I don't want personal relationships. I don't want business relationships. I want meetings that convert into customers. I said, all right, you got to have.
And I'd like $1 million.
Yeah. Well, and in the same breath, he's telling me how much money he's already making, and I'm like, okay, that's all right. This isn't for everybody, right?
Nope, we do relationships here.
Membership is all about building the relationships and leveraging, not using, leveraging the goodwill built upon a solid relationship. And, so you want long-term success? Build more relationships. Invest in others before you expect to make a withdrawal from them.
And I think that you've got to commit that you're in this for the long run. So often business owners they're trying it. I'm going to see if this business will work, and I'm trying it. I haven't committed. And as soon as you say that out loud to somebody, how much investment do you think they're going to want to play into you?
Right.
So you don't have a website, you don't have a business card, you don't have social, any social proof of you online because you want to have an out. Well, here's your out. It's in your head. You already have the out, and you've really already taken it.
You've already taken it. I mean, that's an unstable relationship to the start. If you're already planning on disappearing after you decide to hang it up, why would anybody invest in you? Why would anybody? And how can I? Absolutely. Listener Robert says, invest in yourself. I agree.
Yes, you've got to. And you have to invest in you, in the commitment of your company and the longevity of your company before others will.
Of course.
And you think about, and this is the challenge, is let's say we are going to do business with you, and I'm bringing my friends to do business with you, right, and I'm referring business to you, and then you decide this really wasn't what you thought it was going to be, and you decide to close your doors. Okay, I know it's all about you, but I kind of thought we had a relationship and a business relationship, and now you're gone, and we're all struggling to find somebody. So a lot of times people just subconsciously, if you're having a hard time bringing new business in, are you putting out the vibe that you're in it for the long run, that you're not just temporary, that you're not just trying this on? Because if that's the vibe that people are getting, that you could be closed next month or even a year from now, they're not going to invest in you, which means I'm not even going to do business with you today.
Absolutely. And then the other side of that is, how do you expect them to promote you and your business if there's that sense of instability on that side? So let's review. Long-term success requires a short-term commitment to building relationships. It requires a right now commitment to building those relationships. And every relationship has to be two ways. It has to have a giver and a taker on both sides. It can't just be, I want you to give me your business. And when you build those relationships, the transactions follow.
They do. So, Eric, do you know that you have a mind monkey?
I beg your pardon?
You have a mind monkey. Yeah, it's the restless,
I showered,
uncontrollable thoughts that run through your head.
We are on day 10 of the No Complaint Challenge, and I have done really well today. What are you saying?
I'm saying you have a mind monkey. Are you saying you've tamed your mind monkey? According to an article in Forbes, entrepreneurs are particularly susceptible to the dangers posed by the mind monkey.
I pet my mind monkey.
We are constantly bombarded with new risks, new opportunities, fears, challenges, and if left unchecked, they can take root in your mind monkey and lead to failure. You've got to tame the mind monkey.
Are you going to tell me how to do this?
Practice quiet meditation.
Oh.
And there's more to it.
I'm sure. Is any of it eligible for saying over the air?
Yeah, all of it.
Okay, let's hear what you got. 1 minute.
You've got to have become an enlightened entrepreneur, which means recognizing that the mind monkey is in there, how you respond to it, how you can deconstruct situations, and commit to taking every situation head on, one step at a time, until it becomes manageable. How about that?
Taming my mind monkey.
Taming your mind monkey. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we all have it. We all have to learn to embrace mindfulness and live alongside our mind monkey. And you'll find that you'll be able to begin not only to survive, but thrive. Forbes. This was in Forbes. How to silence your mind monkey. How mindfulness can help entrepreneurs thrive. And I thought if anybody has a mind monkey, it's Eric.
It's got to be me.
It is, yeah.
Well, I can't wait till our next guest comes and joins us, because he's going to help us say goodbye to bad hires and say hello to nice monkeys. Mind monkeys. Or something. Probably HR's calling. I got to go.
If you're distracted, it's your mind monkey.
You misunderstood me. All right. We'll be back right after these messages, folks. Please don't go anywhere. You're listening to Eric Raymer and Angel Tussey. This is the home of positive business talk.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
KDMT, Denver's Money Talk 1690 AM.
Did you know 50% of people with severe mental disorders are affected by substance abuse? At A New Outlook Counseling Services, they provide a safe, healing environment for those suffering with substance abuse, relationship, or mental issues. Robert Johnson is a licensed therapist in long-term recovery and has a master's degree in marriage, family, and child therapy. He offers evidence-based practices backed by research, offering greater success in alleviating symptoms and are effective in overcoming substance abuse. A New Outlook Counseling Services has over 45 five-star ratings on Ratabiz. They're open 6 days a week and accept most major insurance and Medicaid. They will also work with families in need on a sliding scale. So don't wait to get the help you need. The healing begins here. Call A New Outlook Counseling Services now at 720-370-5216. 720-370-5216. Or visit the website HighlandsRanchCounselor.com. That's HighlandsRanchCounselor.com.
Wild Birds Unlimited.
Spring is bursting out all around us. Birds are singing their courtship songs. Squirrels are romping playfully through the trees. Butterflies are painting our gardens with color. KDMT Radio invites you to learn more about these felicitous activities by joining David and Scott Menno for Bird Talk every Saturday at noon, right here on KDMT. Bird Talk is presented by Wild Birds Unlimited and can help you create the most attractive backyard wildlife habitat in the known universe. You'll hear fascinating interviews, wildlife news, and entertaining information about the natural world. KDMT Radio invites you to learn more by joining David and Scott Menno for Bird Talk every Saturday at noon, right here on KDMT. So give the Bird Dudes a call with your questions this Saturday at noon on Bird Talk. Wild Birds Unlimited brings people and nature together.
Wild Birds Unlimited. We bring people and nature together.
This is Hugh Hewitt for townhall.com. On September 7, 2016, Donald Trump made a specific promise, quote, to build a navy of 350 surface ships and submarines, close quote. On March 2nd, now President Trump added to the specificity of that pledge by promising to increase the number of aircraft carriers to 12. The recently unveiled White House budget breaks both of these promises. A 350-ship fleet is key for both national security and international stability. China is rapidly growing its navy to fill the gaps left by the Obama-era cutbacks. Reversing those cuts is crucial to preserving American supremacy at sea and supporting allies around the world. The president is fresh back from his very successful trip abroad. Now he needs to nominate a Navy secretary and send Congress an addendum to his budget, one with a plan to keep his promises regarding the Navy and the funding to make that plan a reality. I'm Hugh Hewitt.
Tired of paying high energy bills? Gravina Windows and Siding at 950 West Evans in Denver can help. Replace those old worn-out windows. Huge selection. Anderson Fibrex, Pella, Great Lakes, and more. Over 50 lines of vinyl, wood, and fiberglass windows and doors. Check out our composite window, the EcoSmart. It's up to 100% more energy efficient. Lifetime manufacturer's warranty. Our glass package is at least 3 to 5 times more energy efficient with a glass breakage warranty and free rescreening. Gravina Windows and Siding in Denver is accredited by the BBB with an A+ rating. Over 100,000 customers and counting. Financing's available. Larry Gravina, serving the Front Range for over 44 years with my family. Free estimates. Metro Denver, call 303-GRAVINA. Northern Colorado, call 970-GRAVINA, and we'll come to you. Gravina's has the greatest windows. Nobody beats us. Nobody.
This is the Experience Pros Radio Show. Got an opinion or want to ask us a question? Email radio@experiencepros.com or message us on the Experience Pros Facebook page, and we'll interact with you live on the show.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show, home of positive business talk.
All right. Well, so Dennis commented on our kindness act of the day.
Yes.
Said he would wave to me in my convertible.
Yeah.
My husband was listening and he said, "Hey, don't run me over." Jay is a bicyclist,
Yes,
and
he
I
is.
do not like him driving on the roads because I watch people are not paying any attention.
It's so true.
They're not paying any attention to the cyclists out there, and so that freaks me out.
Well, let's segue from that and get into this. Here you are again, despite a sparkling resume and a great interview. That new employee your company just hired didn't show up the way you expected.
Right?
They had mind monkeys.
They had mind monkeys, right? But if this is your company's hiring record, you are not alone. Our guest, Scott Wintrip, author of the new book, High Velocity Hiring, How to Hire Top Talent in an Instant, says that relying on a single person to vet potential candidates may be to blame. And his solution is create a hiring team. It may just be the solution to help you find the best possible candidate every time.
Love
Scott
it.
Wintrip, welcome to Experience Pros.
I am so thrilled to be with you both today.
Scott, very nice to have you in the studio or on the program with us. So, hiring a team sounds like I've got to hire and hope for the best with the team before I can get the hiring done. How do I start, Scott?
Well, we got to start by realizing that there's a problem. And the problem is, I heard you talk about the resume. What's printed on the paper and reality aren't always the same thing. And I'm not trying to say that people are deceiving you. It's just, it's natural, whether it's hiring or dating, they're kind of the same thing, that we put our best selves forward.
Of course.
So I found that we have to get to the heart of the matter. And the heart of the matter is this person a fit? And does the company fit the person? So this hiring team concept helps with that. It combats something called hiring blindness, and that's the limits of perception. And it allows people to experience the company, the leaders in the company, and allows then everybody to make the best choice. And that's what ends up with a great hire and a great job situation for the candidate too.
How many people should be on this hiring team?
4, and it's 4 people because there are 4 hiring styles. It's the different ways we look at things, and our hiring style is shaped by our personality, our expertise, and our experience. And because of that, depending on our hiring style, each of us sees things in a different way. We have strengths and weaknesses. None of these hiring styles is bad or wrong. It's just the limits of our perception. And when we have a hiring team, it's like a 360-degree view of the person and their potential and whether or not they're a fit.
Well,
Right? Yeah.
it would be helpful if we had an alliteration for these 4 hiring styles. Scott, can you come up with something on the fly?
I can help you with that, Eric. Absolutely. So the nice thing is they all start with T. There are tacklers, tellers, tailors, and testers. I'll just give you a quick definition of each. So a tackler, and these are, I wrote these just to mean what they are. So a tackler is fast and decisive. This is somebody who wants to be in control and reach goals quickly. And in an interview, they tend to get to the point, and they appreciate people who do the same. And tacklers tend to hire candidates they think can condense timelines and reach goals quickly. Then you have tellers. They're the talkers. And they tend to communicate and use communication to motivate people. And in interviews, they're the ones selling the opportunity to a candidate. And they tend to hire candidates that they perceive will act upon what they say. Then you've got the tailors. The tailors are the collaborators. They're the ones who say there's no I in team. And during interviews, they spend a lot of time building rapport, and they tend to hire people that they think are capable of cultivating strong work relationships. And then lastly, there's the testers. These are the data-driven people. They thrive on absolute clarity, and they will make hiring decisions based on tangible evidence. So during interviews, they're gathering details and facts, and they tend to hire candidates who can offer evidence that they're right for the job.
Now, I imagine that each candidate that comes through the hiring team probably relates to one of the four more than the other three, because if this is my hiring style, this is probably also my, I don't know, do I have an interviewing style? Does it kind of match up to more likely to meet with one of the candidate of the hiring team? Does that make sense?
It does, and there's both a risk and reward on this one. So let's first talk about the risk is those two people could dominate the conversation and create comfort, and the other three don't get a chance to interact with the candidate. So the hiring team has to be mindful of this. The reward side of it is this is an individual who's connecting with the candidate. So the candidate is organically being sold on this leader and their style to gel with them. But the other reward is this person is going to have to work with other styles too. So they get to test that out during the interview. They get to see how this individual relates with different kinds of people. And they both walk away better informed because they get to see the candidate and how they interact with the team. And the candidate gets to see the kinds of people that they'll get to work with each day.
All right. Our guest is Scott Wintrip, and you want to say goodbye to bad hires. Scott, where do we get a copy of your book?
Well, all of your favorite booksellers have it, Amazon, Barnes & Noble, all of them. You can also go to highvelocityhiring.com, and that gives you a link to some information on the book, plus links to all of those favorite booksellers as well.
All right, there it is, High Velocity Hiring, and make sure that you do get, and you know, you probably could get a couple for the lobby as well, so that the new hires could read this. So, Scott, you talk about, and this is probably going to be the last opportunity for a question with an answer that's going to be somewhat detailed. You talk about hiring styles blind spots. What are those, and how can we avoid them?
So some of your listeners have probably seen the basketball gorilla video.
Yes.
Was a social site. So you both knew exactly what it was.
Absolutely.
Most people who've seen it. So this comes from the 90s, and there was a book written thereafter called The Invisible Gorilla. And the exercise was these white-shirted players, three of them were passing a basketball, and there were black-shirted players doing the same thing. There were three of each. You're supposed to count the number of passes of the white-shirted players. And so I did that when I watched it, and I counted 15, and I was right. But that was not the point of the exercise, because they asked partway through, did you see the gorilla? And I'm like, what are you talking about? And
right.
Sure enough, when I rewound it, there was a gorilla that walked in. I totally missed it. It wasn't there. Well, this is called inattentive blindness or perceptual blindness. It points out the limits of our perception. Well, there's a hiring version of that. And the hiring version is we're only good at spotting what we're expecting and our orientation, our skills. And that's where those hiring styles come in. This is why people miss things in an interview. The teller, for example, sees how somebody's inspired by their words, but they don't see some of the other quirks or things about the candidate that may not fit.
Sure.
So hiring blindness, this form of perceptual blindness, can be countered by those hiring styles because that 360-degree view of all four people helps you catch the things the other people would miss.
Solid. High Velocity Hiring. Scott Wintrip, thank you, my friend, for joining us and participating in the program today.
Thanks for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Absolutely. Pleasure's all ours. Folks, get it wherever books are sold. High Velocity Hiring, how to hire top talent in an instant. Angel and I will be right back with more positive business talk. That's what you've come to expect. This is the Experience Pros Radio Network.
You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, America's home for positive business talk.
Despite the day's losses, the NASDAQ is now risen for 7 months in a row. The Dow and the S&P are both higher for 6 months out of the last 7. Michael Kors, the big stock loser, down 9% because that company's having trouble selling expensive bags in a discount world. Pending home sales fell for the second month in a row. In April, closings are down because there are not enough houses to sell. Kellogg cutting 1,000 jobs nationwide because its cereal sales keep falling. JetBlue will start using facial recognition instead of boarding passes on some flights out of Boston starting next week. Delta will use fingerprint technology at Reagan Airport in D.C. instead of paper passes. Both methods should speed up the process. And Apple is reportedly making a Siri speaker to take on Google Home and Amazon's Alexa. Chuck Kamlick, CNBC.
It's time for some straight talk.
The Colorado Business Roundtable brings you Connect and Collaborate weekdays from 4 to 5 p.m. here on Denver's Money Talk, 1690 a.m. Hear from key leaders in Colorado's business community, advocating for proactive business policies that strengthen the economy and help business grow and thrive in Colorado, as well as helping to make Colorado the best place to live now and for generations to come. Connect and Collaborate weekdays from 4 to 5 p.m. right here on Denver's Money Talk, 1690 and MoneyTalk1690.com.
Hi, this is residential real estate expert Dan Palomino from the Colorado Dream House team. Listen, if you're thinking about selling your home, you want to get the highest price in the shortest amount of time. To do that, you need a great real estate team and one with incredible marketing. We're so sure our marketing plan for your home is better than everyone else. We're willing to put our money where our mouth is. Here's what we're offering. Interview the Colorado Dream House team to sell your home. Then interview our competition. If their marketing plan is better than ours, then you can hire them and we'll pay you $250. I know. It sounds crazy, giving you $250 to hire our competition. It probably won't happen because we're so sure you'll find our marketing plan better, you'll hire us to sell your home at top dollar. Why not give it a try? You have nothing to lose and $250 to gain. Call us today at 720-446-6325. Or to find out more information about our marketing guarantee, visit coloradodreamhouse.com/250.
I'm Trina Webster.
And I'm Dan Webster, founders of Z-Quiet. Let me be honest, I snored.
Yeah, he did. Crazy loud.
I was forced to sleep on the couch most nights.
Dan tried everything, including surgery, to solve his snoring problem.
Nothing worked.
So we turned to experts and created a solution that's a total game changer, a mouthpiece called Z-Quiet.
Not just any mouthpiece, one that gently opens the airway where the snoring happens. In fact, it's based on the same technology as treatments costing thousands of dollars.
It allows natural jaw movement so you can talk, breathe normally, and best of all, sleep comfortably without making a sound.
And what's really cool is that it couldn't be easier. Just pop it in before you go to sleep to kick snoring out of bed.
So you can sleep quiet
with Z-Quiet.
Z-Quiet fits both men and women. Try it risk-free for 30 days for just $9.95. Go to getzquiet.com or text SNORE to 91011. Go to getzquiet.com or text SNORE to 91011.
This is Dan Kaplis. A wise person once told me, if you don't have a seat at the table, you are going to end up on the menu. I think that applies directly to personal injury and wrongful death cases. If you're not represented by a highly accomplished law firm, the insurance company is probably going to eat you for lunch and you'll never even know it. So if you want to make sure that you and your claim are treated with the respect you deserve, give me a call. We are a serious firm for serious cases. And for 30 years, we have proven our ability to go up against the best the other side has to offer and to win. Our personal injury clients include everyone from the poorest of the poor to CEOs, teachers, farmers, police officers, doctors, lawyers, and professional athletes. We are able to make the vast resources of our firm available to good people from all walks of life by taking righteous cases on a percentage fee basis. You can reach me at 303-770-5551. That's 303-770-5551 or dankapleslaw.com. That's dankapleslaw.com.
How many businesses have been around since 1947? How many have grown thanks to word of mouth, satisfied customers, and decades of experience? Anderson's Vacuum has been Denver's #1 choice for vacuums since 1947. They sell and service all major brands, including Miele, Sebo, and Oreck. Get unmatched personal service and the benefit of an extremely experienced staff. Visit Anderson's Vacuum in Inglewood, where you can demo every vacuum, try them out, see what works for you. Online at andersonsvacuum.com.
the Experience Pros Radio Show, home of the original Fan Braggin' Fridays. Take just 20 seconds to become a business revolutionary by sharing a Fan Braggin' story of great customer service by using the hashtag FanBrag or calling the Fan Braggin' hotline at 855-FAN-BRAG, FANBRAG. Now back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Thank you for tuning in today. Angel Tussey, Eric Kramer, helping you get your business right, reminding you that small business is big business, and your business is our business. No excuses.
No excuses, right? We all know the whole thing about excuses. Everybody has one, and they're no fun or something like that, or they're bad. They're bad.
Let me just type into Google. Excuses are like.
Yeah, excuses are like. And somehow like dirty diapers,
belly
right?
Buttons. Belly buttons. I'm pretty sure that's what they meant.
Belly buttons. I saw one said like armpits too. Right? We all know them. We all hear them. We all use them. But as we get older, we get really fancy with our excuses. Get fancy, right? Because successful people recognize that there's a critical difference between an explanation and an excuse.
Explanation, excuse, those are too close. How about reason?
A reason. Yeah, this is the reason.
A reason.
Right? But there are just some people that are chronic excusers, right? They have an excuse for everything, a reason for everything, an explanation for everything. And no matter what you want to call it, you're not getting it done. And you're using whatever this is as a way to not get it done. According to Forbes.com, Amy Morin, she says, excusing your behavior isn't helpful. In fact, trying to convince others or even yourself why your shortcomings are justified can be downright self-destructive.
Wow.
Right?
All right. So a couple of the top reasons that people use excuses, right? Number one, it's a common defense mechanism. When kids get caught misbehaving, they blame it on those around them by saying, he made me do it. Right? Well, the dog ate my homework. It's not my fault. That's the basis of it. Shifting blame has been an age-old reason for making excuses. And then secondarily, they temporarily, keyword, temporarily, relieve uncomfortable emotions.
I think a lot of times we don't want to deal with, getting caught. We don't want to, the truth might not get a nice reaction. And so we make up an excuse. And
if you're afraid, if you're guilty, if you're shameful, I didn't have a choice.
Right. And so a lot of times we try to justify our behaviors, especially if it's something that we really do have control over. And I'm trying to think of what things that we don't have control over that we could justify or would want to justify. But nope, all of it.
I can't control when you're going to ask me if I did the one thing.
Right? Did you do the work? Did you set your alarm on time? I at my house, there was the excuse of I can't find it or it's lost doesn't fly at my house.
No, it does not.
No, it does not because you didn't. If you would have put it back where it belonged, it would not be lost.
That's right. So bad things don't happen to you.
Bad things don't happen to you.
You are the implementer of bad things, and therefore you own it.
Right? You have to own it. You didn't lose it. You didn't put it where it belonged. And you weren't late because you didn't run out of gas. That thing gives you lots of warning when it's getting down to low. I got no pants. I almost had no pants yesterday.
Somebody help me.
Yesterday, we were getting ready to go. We go to the gym a couple times a week, and I grab my gym bag, which is usually always packed. I pack it right after. As soon as I do the laundry, I repack it and I put it away. Well, somehow it got put away without me putting my exercise pants in the bag.
Oh,
and
that could be an interesting workout.
That would have been an interesting workout. Not the first time I've shown up there without pants, oddly enough.
Had to go shopping, did you?
I know. It's a good excuse to buy new pants. But yesterday, I had a little urge that maybe I should wear my workout clothes actually to work. And it saved my behind. No pun intended, right? But successful people create results, not excuses.
And that's just it. Yesterday we talked about how if you give me a list of 10 things to do, I will check off and feel so good about the 9 that I got done until you ask for number 4. And it's the only one you ask about. And it's the only one I didn't get done.
I have this special little radar.
It is a spider sense if I ever saw it. And so, so in this case, why do I check it off? I have a to done list, right? It's an I did it list. And I do it because it makes me feel like I'm moving the needle. I'm creating results.
Well, because we've told this story before. It's one of my favorites. Is asking Erica about a phone call that he was needing to make, and did you make this phone call?
I'm working on it.
And he says, I'm working on it. And this is one of those phrases that you hear at the office, and you're like, oh, okay, I'm working on it. Okay, we'll come back to that. We'll get through, and you would just move on.
That usually gets you by.
It usually does, except for
it's a phone call.
I'm like, it's a phone call. How are you working on it? Are you in the middle of a dial at the moment?
We were driving at the moment.
Nope. Pretty sure you're not working on it. But
I remember the mile marker.
I remember. I just remember going, that's his phrase. And now I know what to listen for.
Folks, this is a hard rule. You could jump into the conversation anytime you'd like, please.
No, successful people accept full responsibility for the way they think, the way they feel, and the way they behave without blaming other people. They don't blame their circumstances. They don't blame the fire on I-25 for being late, though that is a really good reason.
Think about this, even in your relationships, right? Can you imagine what would happen the next time you're in trouble? Sorry, it happens to me a lot. And say, you know what? That's my fault. And here's what I'm going to do to avoid making that mistake the next time. Oh, you may not have to sleep on the couch. I'm just saying.
Or you might only have to sleep on the couch one night.
Come on. There is no mercy, even if there's no excuse.
So how do you respond to somebody else's excuse? Because you know it's an excuse. You know they're just making something up. You know they're just biding their time, and it's frustrating. But a lot of times people don't really. Well, now they know. I was going to say.
I was going to see, are you going to concede? Are you going to bend?
Nope. Nope. There's no difference between an explanation and an excuse. Here's where it might fly.
Yeah.
You got change in your pocket.
Okay.
You've been a giver. You've
Yeah.
always been on time. You've always been accountable. I could always count on you. You always do this thing. But on this one thing, there was something that caused you not to be able to get it done. Something came up, and that something that came up caused this. Right. And because it's a one-time deal, you're like, I get that.
Forgiveness is easier to give if there's an account.
If there is, right? Yeah. And so you're like, Angel, I did 9 of the things on the list. And the fourth one is actually, here's where it is in the work. And the reason it's not done is because we left to go do our radio show.
You know what? You have skipped out on that one for the last 9 months, mister.
No excuse.
No excuse.
Right? And so I think there's where it is. Are you the kind of person that is constantly making excuses? And here's how you know. Do you use the phrase, I apologize, more than once a day? Or I'm sorry. Or I wish next time I'll do better. I mean, these are just, for you to just kind of take stock of where you at. And just know that the people around you are wishing that you weren't so good at apologizing.
Wow.
Too hard? Too much? Too rough?
I've known you for 16 years. This is our deal.
This isn't me. This is Amy Morin. She's a psychotherapist and author of the book 13 Things Mentally Strong People Don't Do. And one of the things they don't do is make excuses.
Or buy her book.
Ever. I would buy her book.
I know.
I'm gonna read from it. I'm gonna record it, Lord. And I'm gonna have it tap into your phone and have you listen to it as you go off to sleep at night. It's self-discipline.
It is,
and we all have the ability to be a little bit more self-disciplined. And as we get to be adults, we realize nobody else. It's mom and dad aren't telling us. Our teachers aren't telling us. Even our bosses. It's a little bit more. It's a little more casual than it used to be, like in my dad's day, where the boss is kind of holding you accountable and yelling at you and watching the clock and really, but these days I think there's a little bit more familiarity, a lot more comfort, a little more casualness in the office. And so it allows for it. So we have to be our own self-discipline.
I agree with that 100%. All right, can we be done with this topic now?
Yes. I have put you on the hot seat for far too long. You did well.
Oh.
You did well. And here, I want you to know, Eric, this was not a subliminal message. It wasn't something that
I know it wasn't subliminal.
Okay.
It was in my face.
No.
Yeah, got it. Hey, if anybody's still listening, let us know, okay? No, I'm joking. We're having a good time here. We appreciate you for tuning in. We will be back with more positive business talk right on the other side of this. You know what? That's actually good stuff. No excuses. If you're making them, stop it. Back after this.
The light rail isn't running now either.
America's home for positive business talk. You're listening to the Experience Pros radio show. Contact them on the web at experiencepros.com.
KDMT, Denver's Money Talk, 1690 AM.
You never planned on getting injured in an accident. You don't know where to turn. Call Boson Law. When you meet with John Boson, you'll know right away you've made the right decision. John will put you at ease and explain the whole process start to settlement. They'll handle medical bills, work directly with the insurance company, and help you get back on your feet. John and his whole staff are amazing. If your whole world has been turned upside down, Boson Law will help turn it right side up. It starts with a free consultation, no money out of the pocket, and Boson Law only gets paid when they win your case. If you're hurt, the call is easy, and their number is too. Call Boson Law at 303-999-9999, 303-999-9999, 303-999-9999, or visit bosonlaw.com. That's BOESEN law.com. Call Boson Law, 303-999-9999, or visit bosonlaw.com. That's BOESEN law.com.
Dad, name some good reasons for our listeners to select Gravina's windows.
I'll tell you why. We make it so simple for our customers to shop. We have everything: vinyl windows, wood windows, fiberglass windows, double pane, triple pane, heat mirror, argon gas, krypton gas, bays, bows, garden windows, patio doors, everything.
How about colors?
Pick what you want: brown, green, blue, red, whatever. It's never been so easy, and nobody beats us. Nobody.
Stop by our beautiful showroom, bring in your measurements, and we'll give you 10% off.
Only at Gravina's, 950 West Evans in Denver. Call us at 303-GRAVINA. Northern Colorado, call 970-GRAVINA.
Best deal in town.
Call Gravina's at...
No, it's Gravina's.
Call 303-GRAVINA. Or in Northern Colorado, 970-GRAVINA. Or visit their beautiful showroom at 950 West Evans. And remember,
Gravina's have the greatest windows. Nobody beats us. Nobody.
This is Dan Kaplis. Our firm is dedicated to always being on the leading edge of the practice of personal injury law. That includes game-changing, next-generation technology, nationally respected experts, and innovative visual tools that help us bring our client's case to life for the purposes of settlement or, if necessary, trial. We only accept a limited number of cases, so we're able to devote to each client our full arsenal of technology, skilled attorneys, and staff. We are a serious firm for serious cases, and we make the vast resources of our firm available to good people from all walks of life by taking righteous cases on a percentage fee basis. If you'd like to talk with me about your case, just give me a call or email me through our website. There's no charge for an initial consultation. 303-770-5551, 303-770-5551, or dankapleslaw.com. That's dankapleslaw.com.
Policies issued by American General Life Insurance Company, Houston, Texas. Not available in all states. For details, visit AIGdirect.com.
Do you have a family? Would you like to help make sure they'll be taken care of if anything were to happen to you? If you answered yes, you probably need life insurance. Now, do you think life insurance is expensive? If you answered yes to that too, you definitely need to give AIG Direct a call. We could find you a $250,000 policy for just $14 a month, which means you could save hundreds of dollars a year. Call us now for a free, no-obligation quote. 1-800-400-5008. Since 1995, we've helped millions of people find out if they could save up to 70% on their term life insurance. See how affordably we can help you protect your family. Call AIG Direct now for your free quote. 1-800-400-5008. You could save up to 70%. That's 1-800-400-5008. 1-800-400-5008.
This is Hugh Hewitt for townhall.com. On September 7, 2016, Donald Trump made a specific promise, quote, to build a Navy of 350 surface ships and submarines, close quote. On March 2nd, now President Trump added to the specificity of that pledge by promising to increase the number of aircraft carriers to 12. The recently unveiled White House budget breaks both of these promises. A 350-ship fleet is key for both national security and international stability. China is rapidly growing its Navy to fill the gaps left by the Obama-era cutbacks. Reversing those cuts is crucial to preserving American supremacy at sea and supporting allies around the world. The president is fresh back from his very successful trip abroad. Now he needs to nominate a Navy secretary and send Congress an addendum to his budget, one with a plan to keep his promises regarding the Navy and the funding to make that plan a reality. I'm Hugh Hewitt.
Revolutionizing the way people treat people in business. The Experience Pros, America's home for positive business talk.
We are happy to be hanging out with you. Thanks so much for tuning in.
It is pretty exciting to have you. I'm gonna take it down a notch.
Okay.
All right. Since kind of that one felt like I was putting Eric on the hot seat.
No.
But when it comes to excuses, I mean, we all know we've been on the receiving end of that.
Of course.
And it's frustrating because we're all adults, we're all grown-ups, and let's just admit and
what
be,
you said wasn't wrong.
I know, but we got off the air and I thought, dang, Angel is a little harsh. So let's do something fun.
Okay.
Let's talk about how you can be brilliant on camera.
I am going to hyperventilate.
What do you mean?
On camera?
On camera.
Like a video?
Like on video. We're all doing Facebook Live. We've all got our YouTube channel. We all know that
there
video.
are very few things that bring me more stress than when that little green or red light goes on.
That cannot be true because you were the one
true.
Like dragging me into this. When we first had to go with the Be Live, where now the camera is right on my own laptop, so it's like 6 inches from my nose.
Yeah.
Like, Eric, this just doesn't seem like a good idea.
You bring a lot to the table.
I know, but I kind of liked it when the camera was back over in the corner.
Yeah.
That was a little bit better. And I know for a lot of people, being on video, being on camera can seem really scary, can really complicated. And when you see us on camera, you see that Angel's hands are like all over the place. And this is why we don't do television.
But we do. We do television. And I'm telling you something, folks, it really is one of those primal fears for me when the light goes on.
How is that so?
That everybody says the same thing because here we do 4 hours every day of live radio. We talk without the possibility of retakes, right? Which cameras at least allow. But I'm just, when the light goes on, I want it to be perfect. I want it to be perfect every time. And I, like many of you, probably think way too much.
And this is the issue. This is why we're not being brilliant on camera, is we are overthinking it.
Yeah.
We're thinking about the camera.
We are.
And that's the problem. Even when folks come in and are in the radio studio with us the first time, they're nervous with all the equipment. It's just a conversation that we are having. People used to ask me, Angel, how do you deal with thinking there's so many people that are listening and watching? I don't.
We don't. And you can watch that actually on our Facebook Live post as well. If you see a Facebook Live with you and I, Angel, we do an awful lot of eye contact. We always have in the studio because that's how we communicate, right? I can
right. I'm talking to you and my mom is listening.
Right. And,
that's what I think of is I'm just talking to Eric and my mom is listening.
Yep.
And so when we're thinking about being brilliant on camera, first of all, you be you.
That's right.
It's you don't want to be the next somebody else. You be the first you because you are what people are attracted to. You are the people, you are the personality, the cadence, your thoughts, your wisdom, your wit, your joy. That's what people are looking for, the real, authentic you.
Absolutely.
And so to get really good, brilliantbusinessmoms.com, she says, talk to yourself. Talk out loud when you're doing the dishes, when you're in the car, when you're all by yourself. Talk out loud so you can practice the talking out loud when there's not another person. Then it's easier to talk to the camera.
interesting that we come up with this, because I actually had this conversation with myself out loud this morning. I said, I had a friend over during the weekend, and we had to stop at the grocery store before we actually went over to my place. And so we stopped at the grocery store, and then as he was getting into his car, and I was just waiting for him to get in his car, either he was having a phone conversation with somebody or he was having a conversation with himself, but his lips were moving, and I'm guessing that he was talking out loud to himself. And I noticed it, right? That got me thinking. And this morning I woke up thinking, do I talk out? I do. I talk out loud to I'm actually saying it.
Do I talk out loud to myself? Well, yes, I do. In fact, I'm talking out loud to myself right now.
Angel, I thought, well, Angel knows that I talk to myself, but does Angel talk to herself? No, she doesn't. Do you know why? Because she's never alone. We don't talk to ourselves in front of people.
Well, that's true. It is an alone activity,
right?
And you're right. I am never alone.
You're surrounded by family or
coworkers or events or people all the time.
I think I'm going crazy.
Are you going crazy?
Yeah.
No.
Get a camera. We can film it.
Little crazies. Okay. I always tell that to my kids. It's a conversation. And so when you're looking at, when you've got your camera set in front of you, know where the camera is on the phone or on the iPad or on, cause a lot of times it's this tiny little dot that's on your phone. I was doing a little thing the other day with somebody who I realized about halfway through, I was looking at the wrong space, because normally his phone is facing the one way and the camera's over here. Yeah. But then about halfway through, I realized, no, wait a minute, the camera's on the other side.
And cameras are somewhat unforgiving. You got to look in the right place. Listen, we're talking about getting more comfortable on camera. And
how to look brilliant on camera, right?
So here's one of the things that has really helped. And over the years, Angel, you and I have done variations of this very thing, and it is stand up. If you want more energy, more enthusiasm, when we first got the morning program, remember, we'd get up at 3 to be here at 4, so that at 5 a.m. when the light goes on and the radio lights up, we would have enough energy to engage somebody for 3 hours a day. And what did one of our coworkers and videographers say to you?
Stand up.
Stand up, Angel.
Yeah, because
you're dragging.
It was, I'd been up since 3 in the morning. And so for the full year, I did the 3 hours of the morning show, and I was always standing to keep my energy up. I used to do, and prior for us to doing the morning show, I did once a week. I did another show with my friend Angie Austin, and I had to get up at 4 in the morning to do that one. I was always afraid I was going to oversleep.
Right.
But I would get up in the morning. It's quiet in my house. It's dark in my house. And I would talk out loud, getting myself ready. Yep. And I would do her radio show with her standing up, because the energy is completely different. Yes. And you will look amazing on camera.
Speaking about looking amazing on camera, finally find a flattering camera angle and go with it.
Thank you to Dennis.
You know that there's a photographer out there that catches you perfectly.
Yeah,
every time.
Darren Overstreet does a dynamite job.
And so when you've got that, stick with that, because a flattering angle is always good for Angel. Listen, we got to take a top of the hour news break for the top of the hour news, but we will be back right after those messages. Stick with us. Another hour of Experience Pros Radio right after these messages.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business. This is the Experience Pros Radio Show with business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. For more information, you can contact the Experience Pros by calling 720-344-2446 or contact them on the web at experiencepros.com or on Facebook and Twitter at Experience Pros. If your customers love you, we want to know you. What are you waiting for? Join the revolution.
KDMT Arvada, Denver.
Denver's only business radio station, Money Talk 1690 AM.
I'm Tom Busby, CNBC.
Stocks ending a little bit lower today on Wall Street. The Dow down 20 points, the Nasdaq down 4. But with the month of May now over, the Dow is on a 6-month winning streak, the Nasdaq up for 7 straight. The Federal Reserve's latest Beige Book survey out today showed the U.S. economy kept growing over the past 6 weeks, but car sales slowed down, and some regions reported worker shortages. Pending home sales down again in April. It's usually one of the busiest months of the year for home sales. Also, mortgage applications down 3.5% last week because there are fewer home buyers needing a new loan. Designer Michael Kors will close 125 stores over the next 2 years after sales of its pricey handbags took a plunge last quarter. And after 164 years, insurance giant Aetna planning to move its corporate headquarters and a good chunk of its 6,000 jobs from Hartford, Connecticut, down to New York City. I'm Tom Busby, CNBC.
It's time for some straight.
All right, let's see. You guys good over there? Okay.
Are we ready?
Yeah, give us just 1 second here. How about ways to reinforce and live by your company's core values? Or is that too much?
Reinforcing your core values. How about that?
Sure.
Okay.
All right. For those who are listening by way of our Be Live Facebook Live.
Yeah. We aren't ready. No. We'll count it down. He's just letting the people on the Be Live know because they can hear all this on behind the scenes. You're doing good.
All this goes out over the video. So for those of you who are watching the video, we are going to record a promo for tomorrow's show.
Okay. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1.
Because I said so, mister.
Hi, this is Angel, and coming up on the next Experience Pros radio show.
Yeah, we all just get along.
We're going to help you reinforce your company's core values.
Everybody, let's hold hands and sing Kumbaya.
Positive Business Talk weekday afternoons right here on the Experience Pros radio show.
It only takes a spark.
That's it. Cut. Thanks. And you finally got to sing.
Reactions against employees pending.
Lars Larson believes Obamacare was a death sentence.
Because of the mandates, they were sold a plan that cost them so much in premiums. Some of those people likely looked at that and said, well, I'm going to go to the doctor as little as I possibly can. People don't go to the doctor. The condition they had was serious. They don't get early treatment. And then either it costs a whole lot more money to fix it, or it doesn't get fixed at all because you die.
The Lars Larson Show, weeknights at 8 on Money Talk, 1690 AM. When you've worked with every vacuum brand known for over 6 decades, you learn a thing or two. Anderson's Vacuum in Inglewood has been repairing vacuums of all kinds since 1947. They carry over $1 million worth of vacuums and parts, and you can't put a price on the experience. That service has grown to include central vacuums, steamers, lamps, and sewing machines. Want to be impressed? Visit Anderson's Vacuum in Inglewood. Want to be blown away? Put them to the test. Find them at andersonsvacuum.com.
You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, the most positive business talk show in America. Best-selling authors of Lists That Saved My Business and founders of the Extreme Customer Service Directory, Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer, are inspiring you to get your business right. They know the customer experience isn't just another thing, it's the only thing. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Hey, hello, and welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Angel Tussey, Eric Raymer here, helping you get your business right by reminding you that small business is big business. Your business is our business. Hey, fine, how do you do to you?
I am doing fantastic. I wanted to let everybody know our kindness act of the day. You know, as now that we are past Memorial Day,
yes,
summertime, more people are out and about. There's
kindness act of the day is you can wear white.
You can wear white after Memorial Day, right? That wasn't it. No, I just want you to be mindful of the pedestrians, people out there walking their dogs, riding their bicycles. I watch way too many people make a right turn when the cyclist has the right of way because they push the crosswalk button, and people are just flying by them. And so your kindness act of the day could save a life.
Yes.
I mean, that's pretty kind,
absolutely,
saving somebody's life, but smile at pedestrians, cyclists, and heck, even people driving by in their convertible. How about that?
Seems a little self-serving, but okay.
I know. You're going to save my husband's life. He's out there cycling. And although he doesn't ride on streets, he promises me. And then every now and then he tells me his route, and I'm thinking, where's the trail there? Well,
so
like,
smile at people in convertibles.
Smile at people in convertibles.
That's what she said.
Not? Why not?
All right.
So, I think for many business owners, one of the things that gets put on the back burner is our home routine, taking care of the house, because we're never home.
I was going to say, what is this home routine that you speak of?
This home routine you speak of. But when you tackle, if you come home at the end of the day, at least for me, and if the house is cluttered and it's a mess, then I'm just not in a good mood. And I would like to stay in a good mood. So here's how you keep Angel in a good mood. And perhaps if it keeps me in a good mood, it keeps you in a good mood.
Because we all know if mama ain't happy,
ain't nobody happy.
All right.
So here I found an everyday morning routine. She says it's a way to de-stress your day, keep your whole household organized, and you get to then come home to a beautiful house at the end of the day.
It's a morning routine?
It's a morning routine.
Oh, okay.
Do you remember your morning when you wake up?
Very, very briefly, I remember.
Okay, well, here's the first step in your morning routine.
Okay.
Wake up early enough so that you have some time to do the things that you need to do before you have to rush out the door.
All right.
Do you know what your window of time is, of what it requires? If you were to, so for example, Angel, if I'm going to, take a shower and wash my hair and blow dry my hair, get dressed, make my breakfast smoothie, do all the things that I want to do, how much time do I need to do all that?
What is the answer to that?
50 minutes.
50.
Okay. I need 50 minutes.
Got
Anything else is bonus.
Okay.
Anything that less is crunch time.
A disaster.
So I need
Okay.
50 minutes to get myself up and ready. So if I have an hour, then I've got a little flex time in there. Maybe I can sit and chit chat in the morning and have, a little 10-minute coffee break, or
Right.
I can linger in bed a little longer, or linger in the hot shower a little longer. But I know my window. You need to know your
50
window.
minutes. I know mine.
And so if you want to give yourself a little extra, you've got to know how much time that is. And so in here, if you're going to have reflection time where you're reading your Bible, you're praying, you're journaling, how much time does that take?
Right.
2 minutes.
Well, you just did a show yesterday on how to do a devotional
How to
in
do
2
it
minutes,
2 minutes.
every day.
Every day.
Yeah.
Exercise. If you're going to put your exercise in the morning, if I am exercising, I need 30 minutes in order to do my workout video. And I allow myself an extra 30 minutes if I'm going to exercise
Okay.
in the morning.
All right.
Make your bed,
Yes.
right? It's a great starter, feeling like you at least have a clean bedroom to come home to.
1 minute.
Yeah, it doesn't even really, right?
No.
This is like all included in your
But
morning.
you got to say your mantra.
What's my
I'm
mantra?
not blocking love. I'm inviting love. Please, Lord, send a little love my way this day.
And there's that. So now, the night before, you've already checked your calendar. So you already should know what you're going to wear. Your bag should already be packed and all of that. But if you need a little refresher, are there extra appointments today, or am I packing my lunch?
Right.
Get all that in there. Here's also something that you can do. 2 different things that are kind of getting your house in order as well. And
Okay.
yes, this is important as business owners. 1, start a load of laundry that you can take care of when you get home at the
I
end of the
can't
day.
do that.
You can't?
No,
Because
because it will sit wet for far too many hours before I get home.
okay, so then you don't do this.
All right.
Okay. And then empty the dishwasher
That I
because you
do.
ran it the night before. So I probably should have started with your evening routine, because the night before the morning is kind of how I lump these together, last
Right.
night and this morning. And so making sure every night you run your dishwasher. Then it's done in the morning. You
Yep.
empty the dishwasher. There's no way for dishes to sit and clutter and
Right.
on your countertops and all of that. You can, throw, fold, if at the end of the day when you got home, you had to re-switch your laundry, right?
Yeah.
If you did
At
that.
the end of the day, we put the laundry in
Uh-huh.
and then let it finish its cycle and then put it in the dryer.
In the dryer.
Right. At the beginning of the day,
You fold it.
fold the clothes.
Okay. So see,
There you go.
finding the routine that works for
Yeah.
you. And so, if the dishwasher running every night, I remember the first time we decided to run it on a daily basis. I had never done that before. You always wait till it was completely full.
Right.
But, then dishes collected on the counter and they were
Uh-huh.
always dishes. But you run it at night, you empty it in the morning. Or if your routine works better, to run it in the morning and empty it when you get home from work. You just figure out your routine.
Right.
Once it's a routine, then no longer do you have stress or clutter or have to figure out when are we going to do that and when is that going to get done. You always check tomorrow's calendar before you end today. Is your outfit ready? Does it need to be pressed? Do you need gas in the car? Do you need to stop at the ATM in the morning? Do you need to print out a map of your morning meetings? All of that kind of the night before, just in case something goes awry in the morning, then you're not rushing around trying to get all this done at the last minute. Because if you think about the end of your day, there's some downtime. And then there's some quiet time and there's some rest time, and you're not, scrambling around. But if you think about your morning, too often we're rushing out the door. We're trying to remember things. You left you left your lunch in the refrigerator. You left it on the counter, or you left the wet dishes or wet clothes in the dryer or in
Right.
the washing machine. Right? And so in the morning, there's too many other things you're trying to think of to get ready for. This is one of the reasons, if you have less decisions to make, why Steve Jobs, Mark Zuckerberg, and all of those, they wear that same outfit every day. It's one less
decision to make.
you have to make.
You bet.
And so if you have a routine for how your morning goes and how your evening goes, then those aren't decisions that you're making. This is when we work out. This is when we do the dishes. This is when we pack the bag. This is when we get ready for tomorrow. It's not a decision. It's not, and so no willpower, no brain power is necessary. It's just part of your routine.
And no brain power, and either the beginning of the day or the end of the day, for me, that works best.
Oh, stop.
No, seriously.
You've got brain power. When does it kick in?
Typically when I get to the office, third cup of coffee.
Third cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Third cup of coffee.
Right.
And Eric's all good to go.
There's something to that. But all right, okay. I'm picking up what you're laying down, and frankly, I think that's a good idea for a presentation. What?
So my son is off to the movies today.
Oh.
Seeing the third Pirates of the Caribbean.
I saw it over the weekend. Fantastic
You did?
movie. Yes.
Yeah.
Did you hear about the other ones making national news with the Alamo Drafthouse brand? Wonder Woman. So back in Texas, where they started the chain, they decided to do all women ladies' night.
Okay.
So only women could attend this one session.
Okay.
And the guys are getting so outraged at this.
They are?
There's thousands of other outlets that you could go to see this movie, but they're upset because Alamo Drafthouse and Alamo is being snarky in the funniest way about it. And so they've decided to do it nationwide. Here in Colorado, we've got Denver and Littleton both doing ladies' nights as a part of this national campaign.
How funny.
Yeah.
Everybody does ladies' night, but apparently not at the
But
movies.
This is not just ladies get in free. It's no men allowed.
Oh.
Ladies' night.
Wow.
So,
Which is usually you get the ladies in and the men come in to see all the
but
ladies.
they're selling out everywhere because the women are getting on board with this. This is going to be a special night just for us.
Oh, they're not so happy about a women-only screening of Wonder Woman.
Right?
Oh, how funny!
Kind of crazy.
Everybody's got to find something to just kind of gritch about, right?
A movie, really? When there's 4 theaters within 6 blocks, it just seems silly to me. But it's everybody's talking about it. Everybody's. I don't know.
Yeah, no guys allowed for one special night.
One night.
And okay, everyone. But all their staff and projection team, the culinary,
all women.
All women.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've taken look
There
at
it is.
that.
All right, folks, the kindness act of the day, hashtag kindness act of the day, smile at a pedestrian and a bike rider and women in convertibles. I think we'll be back right after these messages.
You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, America's home for positive business talk.
KDMT, Denver's Money Talk 1690 AM.
As a small business owner, your focus should be on your customers and providing a great customer experience. You shouldn't be investing time and energy on bookkeeping, accounting, and taxes, but somebody has to do it. Trust Teresa and her team at Luna's Accounting and Tax. Teresa and her team will take care of all your bookkeeping, accounting, and taxes. They'll keep you informed and streamline the process. Luna's Accounting and Tax keeps your business compliant and up to date, and they'll give you the great customer experience your customers have come to expect. Free your time and gain the peace of mind to keep your focus on your customers. They will help you too. Call Teresa at Luna's Accounting and Tax today. 720-323-4917. 720-323-4917. 720-323-4917. Or visit lunastax.com. That's lunastax.com. That's lunastax.com. Se habla español.
If you're a sleep apnea sufferer who's on the go, go to your phone. Because if you give us a call right now, you'll be able to try the world's first portable mini CPAP device absolutely risk-free for 10 restful nights. It's the Transcend Mini CPAP, an engineering marvel that's as small as a soda can and weighs less than a pound. Its unique design is so small and so light, you can fit it in your briefcase or purse to use anywhere you go. No more dragging around a big, bulky CPAP. Even better, now you can try Transcend absolutely risk-free for 10 restful nights by calling minicpap.com, 1-800-900-1672. Transcend is FAA compliant too, so you can even sleep comfortably while flying. You can also add a battery pack that's as tiny as a deck of cards. So now you can enjoy the freedom to sleep comfortably anywhere. But don't wait. To receive your 10-night in-home trial, call minicpap.com now, 1-800-900-1672. That's 1-800-900-1672.
Wild Birds Unlimited.
Spring is bursting out all around us. Birds are singing their courtship songs. Squirrels are romping playfully through the trees. Butterflies are painting our gardens with color. KDMT Radio invites you to learn more about these felicitous activities by joining David and Scott Menno for Bird Talk every Saturday at noon, right here on KDMT. Bird Talk is presented by Wild Birds Unlimited and can help you create the most attractive backyard wildlife habitat in the known universe. You'll hear fascinating interviews, wildlife news, and entertaining information about the natural natural world. KDMT Radio invites you to learn more by joining David and Scott Menno for Bird Talk every Saturday at noon, right here on KDMT. So give the Bird Dudes a call with your questions this Saturday at noon on Bird Talk. Wild Birds Unlimited brings people and nature together.
Wild Birds Unlimited, we bring people and nature together.
Hi, this is Oren, owner of Absolutely Cabinets. Since 1989, I've sold Aristocrat cabinets for kitchens and baths, and they have proven year in and year out to be a great dollar value. With Aristocrat, you can buy the level of cabinetry you feel comfortable with in regard to construction. If you want all the features without making a decision, I sell Decora, which is a semi-custom line of cabinets with solid wood fronts, dovetail drawers, full extension glides, with soft close automatically on drawers and doors. From basic up, I can put you into cabinetry that will fit all your wants and needs. Thanks to all my repeat and referral customers over the years.
Go visit Oren's showroom at 5940 West 38th Avenue near the corner of Harlan and 38th Avenue. Or give him a call at 303-425-5592. That's 303-425-5592. Or visit AbsolutelyCabinets.com. New store hours are 8 to 5 Monday through Thursday and 8 to noon on Fridays.
This is the Experience Pros Radio Show. Got an opinion or want to ask us a question? Email radio@experiencepros.com or message us on the Experience Pros Facebook page, and we'll interact with you live on the show.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer hanging out with you. We appreciate you for tuning in. Hey, Angel, can I borrow a little money?
What?
I just need $20 or
20? $20?
20,000.
20,000?
Yeah.
What are you going to do with $20,000?
Send my kids to school.
That's what you think.
I need a plan.
You need a plan. Don't we all? It is getting more and more expensive these days to take care of college. And I know there's a lot of different options, right? You think you can use your savings, maybe take out a loan on your house. Maybe your kids are going to get some scholarships. But are you aware of what a 529 plan is? According to an Edward Jones survey, most people don't know what a 529 plan is. And you've heard of May the 4th, right? May the 4th be with you, right?
Right. Revenge of the 5th.
Right. And, and then Cinco de Mayo is May 5th. Well, May 29th is called Save for Education Day. And it's a holiday actually created by Edward Jones to help people recognize and learn more about this college savings plan. And families are encouraged to visit their local Edward Jones branches to learn about planning for their children's education future. So if that happened on May 29th, then I'm going to call this Plan for Education Week because it's after the 29th.
It's true.
But we have Danae Domion from Edward Jones here to give you tips on saving for your child's education. Danae, welcome to Experience Pros.
Danae, are you there? All right. We're going to have our producer try to reconnect with Danae and make sure that that we have her. And, it's kind of interesting. Edward Jones just goes out there and decides, I'm going to start a holiday.
They're going to start their own holiday. How fun is that?
I want to do that.
You want to start your own holiday? What day do you think you'd create?
I would create the day we celebrate Angel.
My birthday?
No. You already have that.
I know. That's why I questioned my birthday, question mark.
No.
Should I have said the question mark when you do a voice text question mark?
It would be the day that I establish.
Oh, how would you establish that day? What day would that be?
I have a scientific method.
And it's rock, paper, scissors.
So?
Yeah, but what day would you pick?
I don't know.
Do we have Danae on the phone? We do. Danae, are you there?
I am here.
There she is.
Hello.
Danae, thank you for being so
patient.
Flexible with us. Danae, we were just talking about how amazing it is that Edward Jones gets to actually start their own holiday with 521 plan.
529.
529
on May 29th.
Awareness Day.
Save for Education Day.
Yep.
All right, let's talk about how impactful, because I know you guys just did a survey. And a lot of people still don't even know what a 529 plan is. So if they don't know what it is, I'm guessing they're not using it either, right?
Right. So what we found in our survey was that 7 out of 10 don't know what a 529 plan is, even though 9 out of 10 parents believe that their children are going to go to college or want their children to go to college. And just over half of them are actually doing something or saving for college. So that math doesn't really add up as it relates to desire, thinking about their kids' future and then actually doing something to save money for it. So that's one of the reasons we do the survey, is to create some awareness around it.
Okay, so what is a 529 plan?
A 529 plan is really the best way to save for the future college expenses for your children, grandchildren, nieces, nephews. 529 plans are actually named after the IRS tax code 529. While that's not significant, there are lots of really great things about a 529 plan. They're tax friendly. Parents or the owners of the account stay in control of the money for as long as the money is in there, even after the kids are 21 or even after they're out of college. And there's lots of flexibility with these plans. So really good things whenever you actually start taking charge and saving for your college education for your children.
So you can kind of think of it as a retirement plan that you get to use in 18 years and not 40.
That's a great way to think about it. Absolutely.
Oh, look at that. Look at that.
All right. So are there strategic advantages to doing that rather than the old-fashioned way of, look, if I had to pay for my college, you have to pay for yours. Get out.
Yeah, so it really depends on how your family feels about whether you want to partially pay for a child or a grandchild's education or fully fund their college education. And most families are trying to figure out, how do they save for their own retirement? How do they save for college expenses? How do they save for emergencies? But this is just one piece of that puzzle. But the 529 plan, because of all the really good things about it, is the best way to save specifically for college expenses down the road.
Which is, these days it is just getting more and more expensive to take care of that college tuition. It's
out of hand.
It is out of hand. And it's nice to know that there are some options, because I think for a lot of families, it's just kind of just so exorbitant that they're like, you know what? You're just going to have to work for it, or you're going to have to get a scholarship. And it's just nice to know that there are options out there. Now, did Edward Jones, I know 529, wasn't that over a Sunday? Wasn't that the weekend?
It was on May 29th, or 529 day. How convenient for those numbers to line up.
Right.
But we really celebrate the whole month of May. And we have our branch teams and our financial advisors, over 12,000 of them, out in the country, who some of them will really take the month of May and do more kind of awareness types of events, whether they do something at the zoo or community events to raise awareness.
I love it. If people want to talk to somebody at Edward Jones about setting up their own 529, first of all, how do they get in touch with you? And then second of all, is there, what's the perfect age to start your 529 plan for your child?
Well, let's start there, because the perfect age is actually before they're born. And with a 529 plan, you can actually set up an account for your unborn children or unborn grandchildren.
Really?
And then change the beneficiary names as they're born. When they have a real name and a real Social Security number.
Do we just call it
lots of flexibility?
Fetus Bo. That's what we called it at our house. Fetus Bo and Fetus Bell before we knew their names.
Yep, you can name it Peanut, whatever you want to take, whatever you call it.
Danae, here's something that I've been aware of the 529 for years, but this is something that you just taught me, was that we can do that for our grandkids, which is something I didn't realize, that the grandparents can get involved in this as well.
Yeah, anyone can actually contribute to a person's 529 plan. Parents, grandparents, aunts and uncles. So think about, the Christmas list. Think about birthday list. Instead of giving a gift, isn't a college education one of the best gifts that we can actually give someone that we love?
Yeah.
All right, Danae, give us some contact information. Where do people find more information about the survey and Edward Jones?
EdwardJones.com.
Well, you made this too easy.
That was simple. That was fabulous. Thank you so much. Thanks for doing the survey and helping our audience just recognize there are options. And so as soon as they start posting those little pictures on Pinterest, open up their 529 plan.
There you go.
EdwardJones.com. Yeah, thank you.
All right. right, folks, don't go anywhere when we come back. We got a rock star in the studio. That's right. Stay tuned to the home of positive business talk with the kind of business you want in your business as well. Back after these messages.
America's home for positive business talk.
All right, thank you.
You're
Renee.
listening to the Experience Pros radio show.
Great, thank you.
Contact them on the web at
Have a great
experiencepros.com.
afternoon.
The Colorado Business Roundtable brings you Connect and Collaborate weekdays from 4 to 5 p.m. here on Denver's Money Talk, 1690 a.m. Hear from key leaders in Colorado's business community, advocating for proactive business policies that strengthen the economy and help business grow and thrive in Colorado, as well as helping to make Colorado the best place to live now and for generations to come. Connect and Collaborate weekdays from 4 to 5 p.m. right here on Denver's Money Talk, 1690 and MoneyTalk1690.com.
Get total freedom in your life safely and quickly. Build wealth and passive income so you never worry about working till you drop, losing your job, or retiring in poverty. Hi, I'm Steve Davis, an investor in thousands of units over the years. Now it's your turn. Del Walmsley has been my mentor for nearly 25 years, and he's taught over 100,000 people just like you the principles of financial freedom through live one-on-one mentoring at Lifestyles Unlimited and his national radio show. I'm excited to tell you about the real estate workshop that changed my life. The workshop gets you on the inside of what we do and what we believe and unlocks the 5 ways we make money in real estate. Just like your personal trainer, Lifestyles Unlimited will motivate, encourage, and teach you so you can get in the best financial shape of your life. Call 866-971-8970 or go to 5wayswemakemoney.com. That's 5wayswemakemoney.com to register for the workshop that will change your life and let you stop worrying about working till you drop, losing your job, or retiring in poverty.
Message and data rates may apply.
Would you rather get your degree from one of the most innovative online universities in the country or one of the nation's most affordable? How about both? Now you can at Southern New Hampshire University. Get degree information and see how to apply online by texting the word FRESH to 554433. College tuition is skyrocketing, making getting a degree almost impossible for too many, but it doesn't have to be that way. Founded in 1932, Southern New Hampshire University has the credibility of a New England campus, but by offering programs online, we've made education incredibly accessible and affordable. You'll discover knowledge and skills from instructors who are leaders in their field. Plus, you get all the flexibility, support, and encouragement needed to prepare you for the career you've always wanted. Southern New Hampshire University. See yourself succeed. Grab your smartphone and do the smart thing. Get degree information and see how to apply online by texting FRESH to 554433. That's FRESH to 554433.
Spring is here and it's time to update your outdated kitchen or bathroom. If you're thinking about that remodel project, now is the best time to get started. I'm Ted Spear, co-owner of All About Cabinets and Countertops at 35th and Wadsworth, and we can help you create a beautiful and stylish room for less than you ever thought possible. We provide our customers with the most affordable prices on cabinets and countertops. And now, through May 31st, we'll save you up to $1,700 off your remodel project. That's up to $1,700 in additional savings. Don't wait. Let our expert design team go to work on your project. You can visit our showroom or call us today at 303-456-6400. That's 303-456-6400. Also, to view all our current specials, visit our website at allaboutgreatdeals.com. That's allaboutgreatdeals.com. Make a difference without the expense with All About Cabinets and Countertops.
Finally, be comfortable in your home. Install a new energy-efficient Lennox heating and air conditioning system from Pastor Camp and receive up to $1,700 in rebates. Or take advantage of has provided comfort and a customer satisfaction guarantee for over 50 years. Discover Pastor Camp and experience comfort. Call 303-777-1234 or visit pastorcamp.com.
The Experience Pros Radio Show, home of the original Fan Braggin' Fridays. Take just 20 seconds to become a business revolutionary by sharing a fan bragging story of great customer service by using the hashtag FanBrag or calling the Fan Braggin' hotline at 855-FAN-BRAG, FANBRAG. Now back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Thanks for taking time out of your day to join us for hours. In the studio, we have a clinical rock star.
We do. Our hashtag celebrity of the day is Robert Johnson from A New Outlook Counseling Services. He's been providing therapy in Highlands Ranch, Colorado since 2010, received his master's degree in marriage, family, and child therapy. He's a therapist in long-term recovery and is a substance abuse professional, master addiction counselor, and a licensed addiction counselor. Oh my goodness. Listen to all of that. That's
right.
Amazing. Your Robert's experience includes private practice, residential inpatient, intensive residential treatment, outpatient, sober living, and therapeutic communities.
The list goes on.
Robert Johnson, thank you so much for what you do to help people.
Thank you for having me.
It is fantastic to have you, Robert. And that's a long pedigree, man. But basically you help people who need help. Yeah?
I do. I was one of those folks, and that's how I got into this.
Is that right?
This
All
field.
Right. So, can we ask how long have you been recovered from whatever it is that was ailing you?
I celebrated 16 years in February this year.
Wow! Congratulations!
Wow, congratulations
Thank you.
to you. You have a phrase here. You say recovery is stronger than the disease, and works most effectively when all family members are involved. So when you're talking to somebody, are you talking to the whole family? Do you bring the whole family in, or is it just an individual basis?
Well, in a optimal situation, yes, we would be dealing with the families. It's a family disease. You don't talk, you don't trust, and you don't feel.
Now, when you say it's a family disease, we're talking about addiction, right? In the
abuse,
general term, right? Substance abuse. Okay. For those who have listened to the show for a long time, I too have a background in that, and you and I actually experienced a similar, we went to the same program, so that was kind of cool.
Did you really?
We did.
Wow! Look at that.
So let me ask you, Robert, when if working with a 12-step program, one of those steps is, and I think it's early on in the 12 steps, is to identify that you actually have a problem. First step is
awareness. You bet.
Yeah.
You bet.
And do you see that people are willing to cross over into that awareness, or do we have a different problem?
The ones that really want to overcome, they are aware.
Yeah, they know they got a problem.
The struggle comes when they don't see that awareness.
They don't see it, but maybe their family sees it first,
or the judge, or
sure,
right.
Okay.
And that's when you have to take it slow.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Little baby steps go a long way. You talk about the 3 C's in a recovery program. What are those 3 C's?
You can't cure it. You didn't cause it, and you can't control it.
So if I can't cure it,
this is a happy show,
and I can't control it, and I didn't cause it, is there help?
There is help. I'm living proof, and there's lots of my friends that are in active recovery that have overcome this seemingly hopeless state of mind and body. It can happen.
It does happen. It does happen, and I bet it's the most amazing thing to walk somebody through that. And when they want help and they seek out help, when we talk about addiction and especially Highlands Ranch, it's, you've probably heard this. It's the bubble. Everybody there is perfect. There's no there's no financial disease, there's no relationship issues, there's
Wait a
no
minute.
addiction,
Wait a
there's
minute.
no anything.
I
right?
live in the ranch. That must not be true.
And so
it is everywhere.
I'm pretty sure it's a little more taboo to talk about than in some other neighborhoods, just because of the stigma and that people aren't very accepting of that real life actually happens there.
Oh, you bet. I congratulate everyone for making the appointment and actually showing up. That's one of my first words to them. Thank you for coming.
Absolutely. So, Robert, while we've got the microphone here, what do we want to tell our listeners if they're dealing either with an addiction personally, or if they are aware of somebody maybe in their family or their friends who are dealing with an addiction? You got the mic, man. How can we reach out to them?
Well, there is hope. You can reach me at highlandsranchcounselor.com or 720-370-5216, or you could send me a personal email at robert@highlandsranchcounselor.com. That's
right.
robert@highlandsranchcounselor.com.
New Outlook Counseling Service has an A+ rating with the BBB, 5 stars with Experience Pros, 5-star rating from happy clients, accepts most insurances, and you say the healing begins here. Where are people usually at when they finally pick up the phone and make that phone call to you, Robert?
Well, I would like to say that they're at their bottom, but that's not always the case. Maybe it's their first interaction with the legal system, or mom and dad found their stash. It's the beginning, and they have to reach that bottom themselves.
I was 16 years old when both of those things happened. Mom and dad found my stash. I got turned over to the California authorities and given an option. You can either go to a program called Teen Challenge, or you could do a lot of time for your crimes. And I was dumb but not stupid, right? So I chose the Teen Challenge route. And so grateful, because it changed my life. At some point, we have to own our own decision-making process, yeah?
Yes, I like to say you can stop digging at any point. Throw that shovel away, Quit making that hole deeper.
Okay, so if we're going to throw the shovel away, though, we have to fill it with something. We have to replace it with something. What tools do you offer by way of both self-esteem and or tangible tools that people can kind of work to replace the shovel?
Well, working with substance abuse, marriage and family, realizing that everything starts with their thoughts, and giving them some tools to be able to change their thoughts, along with some type of meditation, showing that it actually works.
Yeah.
Giving them real life results.
Yeah.
And just looking at you, Robert, I think probably has an element of, okay, if not to say this in a way that will sound rude, but if you can do this, I can do this, because you've walked there. And I know if you've walked through it, we can walk through it together.
Right.
And speaking of looking at you, Robert, I've grown fond of using this analogy. Robert is my identical twin cousin. He is bald, good looking, and tall like me.
Oh, yeah. Tall and bald, just like you. All right. So if you know someone who needs family support, who's issues with substance abuse, a New Outlook Counseling Services, they're located in Highlands Ranch. Find them online at highlandsranchcounselor.com, highlandsranchcounselor.com. And the phone number is 720-370-5216. 720-370-5216, accepting insurances and ready to work, not just with you as an individual, but also with the entire family. Let's give somebody just a sign. They're listening to the radio show. They're going to catch the broadcast of this, maybe see it on Facebook.
There is hope.
Yeah.
There is hope. Yeah. Yeah. If you and I walking testimonials of it, but the people really need to believe that. The biggest battle is between your ears, right? You got to get over that.
Change your thinking and you change your life.
change your thinking and change your life. And yet so many of us, we've got these thought patterns that we've had all of our lives probably, and we don't even realize it. They're subconscious, and that they're keeping us in that space. Yep. And working with a professional. I mean, we don't have to be afraid of that. We can't do this on our own. For most of us, we are not equipped for this, right?
Right.
All right. So, Robert, give the phone number one more time.
720-370-5216.
HighlandsRanchCounselor.com. Go check it out, whether you're dealing with or you know somebody that's dealing with alcohol addiction, drug addiction, sexual addiction, any kind of marriage or challenge in the marital or family relationship. Robert can help you. Give him a call today. Highlands Ranch Counselor. Robert, it's great to have you in the studio, man.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. You are a welcome addition to the Experience Pros Network, and we're grateful that you are here. Lots and lots of people need your services, whether they admit it or not.
There is hope.
There's hope, and the word's gone out, and now you, listener, are accountable. All right, we'll be back with more positive business talk right after these messages. Please don't go anywhere. You're listening to Angel Tussey and Eric Bramer, and this, my friends, this right here is the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
KDMT, Denver's Money Talk, 1690 AM.
You know, for decades, Wall Street professionals have been using computers to trade stocks and make profits every single day. Sounds like a great idea, right? But who has the time or the expertise to monitor the market constantly? I'm sure you don't. That is why it's time to introduce to you the first and only robotic stock trader in the world, designed to automatically rake profits out of the market unattended. Created by a retired Microsoft programmer, this app allows you to trade like the pros on Wall Street. Sound too good to be true? Go to cooltrade.org and download the app for free. Watch the proprietary algorithms work and see how profits are generated. No obligation, no software to download, no credit card needed. You could see 5, 10, and even 15% return a month. Where else can you get that? Go to cooltrade.org. That's cooltrade.org. That's cooltrade.org and experience this game-changing technology. Go to cooltrade.org and start taking profits out of the market today.
Hi, this is Dave Anthony. Tune in to the Retirement Income Planning Show Saturday at 8 a.m. to learn about how you can create an efficient and optimized retirement income plan that looks at your investments, taxes, healthcare, Social Security, Medicare, home equity, and estate planning needs. Learn about the math and science that goes into creating a truly comprehensive retirement income plan that could save you hundreds of thousands of dollars in retirement. Call 800-868-9585. Again, that's 800-868-9585 or online at theretirementIncomeshow.com.
Hey there, Dan Cicchini, owner of Done Right Kitchens and Baths, Windows and Doors. There's absolutely no reason why right now can't be your time to get started on that beautiful new kitchen or that awesome bath you've always wanted. See what our family can do for your family. 800-362-8370.
Question: would you seat your 3-year-old child on a windowsill? And would you seat them in a car seat that's not the correct one? Secure their future. Seat them in the correct car seat. More info at safercar.gov/the-right-seat. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Hi, this is residential real estate expert Dan Palomino from the Colorado Dream House team. Listen, if you're thinking about selling your home, you want to get the highest price in the shortest amount of time. To do that, you need a great real estate team and one with incredible marketing. We're so sure our marketing plan for your home is better than everyone else. We're willing to put our money where our mouth is. Here's what we're offering. Interview the Colorado Dream House team to sell your home. Then interview our competition. If their marketing plan is better than ours, then you can hire them and we'll pay you $250. I know, it sounds crazy, giving you $250 to hire our competition. It probably won't happen because we're so sure you'll find our marketing plan better, you'll hire us to sell your home at top dollar. Why not give it a try? You have nothing to lose and $250 to gain. Call us today at 720-446-6325. Or to find out more information about our marketing guarantee, Visit ColoradoDreamhouse.com/250.
Inglewood, Colorado, 1947. Mr. Anderson opens a small shop and repairs vacuums. He knows the ins and outs of all 7 brands popular at the time. Inglewood, Colorado, now. Anderson's Vacuums still exists, still serving what they sell, including brands like Miele, Sebo, Auric, Dyson, Shark, and more. Try them, test them, find your favorite. Anderson's Vacuum has grown to become one of the largest dealers in sales and service. The knowledge and experience is unmatched. Visit a legend, Anderson's Vacuum, in Inglewood at andersonsvacuum.com.
If you're over the age of 50 and considering buying an annuity in the next 60 days, I have some important news for you. Don't buy an annuity until you understand the pros and cons of annuities. A free book to help you maximize your retirement income from television host and 3-time author Josh Melberg has been released. This book reveals little-known truths about annuity strategies in simple-to-understand terms. Grab a pen right now because we are about to offer you this free book that unlocks the 5 little-known secrets we believe baby boomers and seniors should know before buying an annuity. Call 800-725-1616 now and you'll receive a free copy of Josh Melberg's book, Next Gen Annuity Strategies Revealed. As a bonus, we'll also send you a copy of The #1 Mistakes Retirees Are Making with Their Investments Today and a free DVD on how you can get up to 33% more income in retirement. Call 800-725-1616. That's 800-725-1616. Employees of J.D. Melberg Financial have the appropriate licenses for the products they offer.
I'm psychologist Dr. Peggy Mitchell-Clark. Are you confused, stuck in a rut, or ready for change? Then register for my Do Something Different for a Change Personal Transformation Retreat in Denver on Saturday, June 17th. You'll receive life-transforming strategies and clarity about where you are, where you want to go, and what's holding you back. You'll leave feeling excited about doing something different and confident that you're moving in the right direction. Go to drpegradio.com and click on Retreat.
Revolutionizing the way people treat people in business. The Experience Pros, America's home for positive business talk.
Oh, yeah. Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. We are grateful that you've tuned in. This is home for positive business talk, and we're positively thrilled that you are here. Our last guest, Robert Johnson, uncanny resemblance to me and several people, including one of my former professional magician colleagues, says he says you really need to get Robert on the stage with you, just not at the same time.
Oh, you could do that twin trick that we did with our daughters.
What twin trick is that?
Well, I have twins, and when they were years old, we did the magic, like she disappeared out this door and she reappeared out of that door.
Well, I've never heard of using twins in a magic trick, but that's a great idea.
It was so cute until one of them fell down the stairs, and then it wasn't so
I
cute.
remember that video.
Remember that video? That was just awful. That was just awful.
Yeah.
But you and Robert maybe could navigate stairs a little easier.
Yeah, my friend Vic says pretty bulletproof from 20 feet away. And it's true. We literally when I first met him, the day one, when I met him, he beat me to the restaurant that we were meeting at. This is cheers for me. I go to this restaurant as often as possible. And the lead hostess there thought it was me until she came right up and said, "Hey, Eric, how's it going?" And he spoke, and she's like, "Ooh, that's not Eric." And then I walked in like 5 minutes later. He's wearing a black jacket, so am I. Jeans, so am I. Black shirt, so am I.
So you found your body double?
I did.
Oh, my gosh.
Really did. We are identical twin cousins.
Yes, I love that. All right. So Robert Johnson, he was our celebrity of the day. Make sure you reach out to him at robert@highlandsranchcounselor.com and tell him what you need. All right. So you've read the book, How to Win Friends and Influence People.
Absolutely.
Right? I mean, it's, Dale Carnegie. It's like on everybody's bookshelf. But if you haven't read it recently, you just need a little pick-me-up, a little refresher course.
Yep.
HubSpot actually broke the book down into 4 parts just to kind of give us a quick little summary. We're going to go through how you can win friends and influence people today. And he says in part 1 of the book, it's all about 3 different principles. Number 1, don't criticize, condemn, or complain.
Don't criticize, condemn, or complain.
Right.
Okay.
Right. And we're in our,
Yep.
you're in what, day 10 of the 24
That is
hour
correct. 24-hour
no complaining
complaint.
challenge.
Yep.
Right?
Don't criticize, condemn, or complain. I agree with that. Principle number 2 in part 1 of How to Win Friends and Influence People is give honest and sincere appreciation. Let people know how much you really care.
Yeah, don't just say the words, but actually be sincere and honest about it. Find ways that you can find appreciation. There is something in everybody that we can find appreciation for. Principle number 3
I've
is...
been working on this one for a long time.
You have?
Yeah, go ahead.
No, you go.
No, you. I think you should read this.
Arouse in the other person an eager want.
That is easier said than done.
Yes, it is. But how, that's what's in it for me. We all
Right.
want to know why me, what's in it for me. I'm not really listening to you until I know why it benefits me.
That's it. They have to eagerly want whatever it is you're pitching.
Always.
Yep.
And think about this in all of your conversations, in your 30-second speech, in your phone conversations, in your interactions with people. Is it really more about you and what you need to do and hit your sales quota and what you need? Or is it about what they want?
All right. So in part 2 of the How to Win Friends and Influence People, and we're going to summarize. This is the Cliff Notes, folks. But here's how he puts it out. There's 6 principles, and here they are. Become genuinely interested in other people. Smile. Remember that a person's name is, to that person, the sweetest and most important sound in any language. Be a good listener. Encourage others to talk about themselves. Talk in terms of the other person's interests and make the other person feel important, and do it sincerely.
And do it sincerely. So it's all about recognizing the other person. Remember, we're trying to win friends and influence people.
Talk to me in my love language, and it starts with my name.
With my name,
Yep.
that you have an interest in me, take an interest in me. And I think that often as sales folks, that's us trying to build rapport. But as soon as they break down their barrier and you feel like you got them, you like switch gears on them and switch into sales mode.
Right.
Nay, switch into part 3, which is the only way to get the best of an argument is to avoid it.
I wish I'd have read this book earlier in life.
Show respect for the other person's opinions, never saying you're wrong. Never saying you're wrong. And if you're wrong, admitting it quickly and emphatically. Always begin in a friendly way. Get the other person saying yes, yes, immediately.
Yeah.
Get buy-in, right?
Get buy-in, absolutely.
Let the other person do a greater deal of the talking than you are. Let the other person feel that the idea is his or her idea.
Right.
Try honestly to see things from the other person's point of view. Be sympathetic with their ideas and desires. Appeal to nobler motives. Dramatize your ideas and throw down a challenge.
Like you did 10 days ago with the 24-hour no complaint challenge.
We all want
And I'm
to.
on day
We
10.
all have a little competitive streak in us. And rather than fighting with each other, let's create a challenge out there that's the common enemy that we can all go after.
On the note of letting the other person feel that the idea is his or hers, this is actually, I did this when I was 21 years old, and I was the director of that Teen Challenge Center that I was talking about. I graduated from the program, went to school, came back, and then became the director of the program. But I had an executive director who, if it wasn't her idea, it didn't matter how good the idea was. If it came from me, the answer was no. So I learned quickly after reading this book that if I could simply plant a seed and walk away from it, literally walk away from it, it would germinate and she would come back and resuggest it. And I'd be like, that's a great idea. Yes, I'll implement that right away. How to win friends and influence people. Part 4, lots of principles. Here they are. Begin with praise and honest appreciation. That goes so far. Just say something nice and honestly look somebody in the eye.
Begin with praise. Yep. Right? How often do we begin with a complaint and or criticizing, even with our children and our spouses, the people closest to us? We always start with a complaint, but begin with a praise and honest appreciation. Call attention to people's mistakes indirectly.
Talk about your own mistakes before criticizing the other person.
Right? Who's got? Yeah. Who of us has not made a mistake first, right?
Angels pick this one up right away. Ask questions instead of giving direct orders. And then ask more, and then ask more, and then ask more. Principle 5, let the other person save face. There are others, but we are out of time.
Go win friends and influence people today.
Absolutely, you can do it. Tell somebody, look them in the eye and tell them that you believe in them. Smile at pedestrians and cyclists and
people driving convertibles.
Angel. All right, thanks for tuning in. This is the Experience Pros Radio Show. Let's do it again tomorrow, same time. Thank you.
You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, America's home for positive business talk.